Right, boys and girls, the mystery of the skeletons. You've already looked at some clues, and now you're going to look at some of the other clues. And what I'm going to do, because I'm a lovely man, is I'm going to give you some things to think about with all of these clues that we're looking at. Oh, I've got crumbs on my butt, look. It's stuck down. There we go, they've gone. Right, clue E is another of the skeletons. Remember, there was quite a lot of skeletons found at Maiden Castle, and here's one. And what you might focus on there is the thing that's, well, this bit here. It links to another one of the sources, another two of the sources over here. And linking the sources is a really important skill. Let's look at clue F. The only written evidence about what happened around Maiden Castle is this, written by a Roman historian called Suetonius. He says Vespasian, his name begins with a V, the commander of the 2nd Legion, fought 30 battles, conquered 2 warlike tribes, and captured more than 20 large settlements. So we've got a Roman historian talking about a Roman commander fighting a lot of battles around the Maiden Castle area. Well, clue G, well, that's a Roman soldier, and that's a ballista. You wind that thing up there, if I just, I'm trying to hold the microphone, but if you wind that thing up there, it's like an elastic band sort of thing. It pulls back the tension and lets go and shoots out this long spear, and that's the end, the ballista bolt. Shoots it out really far, really fast, and it can go through people. There we go. We seeing any links there? What else we got? Clue I. The archaeologist at Maiden Castle uncovered 52 skeletons. There may be more still buried. It just happened to have found 52. But only part of the hill fort has been excavated, which means dug up. 14 of the 52 skeletons had wounds made by weapons. That's unusual, isn't it? Most of these wounds were sword cuts on the skull. One skull had a hole in it made by a spear. So we don't have photographs of all of them. Of course, you've seen this before. Clue C, that appeared to have a sword cut in the skull. Down there. What else we got? Clue J. Well, if we look back at clue A, that could give you some idea about how they died, but maybe also how they were buried, potentially. Like, who buried them if there's only 14 of them that died from wounds made by weapons? Clue J. 4 of the people lived on for some time after they were injured. We know this because the damaged bones had regrown a little bit, and that only happens if you survive. Although we can't tell exactly how long they lived for after their injuries, we know it must have been weeks or months, because that's how long it takes bones to start to heal. Well, again, that can give you a clue of who these people were, but maybe how they were buried, or anything else, what was going on afterwards in the whole story of these bones and how they came to be there. Well, we've looked at the ballista bolt and the weapons and these sources and what they say, and thought about maybe what they tell us, and we've got another map here. This map shows how much of Britain the Romans controlled by AD 59. Which is about the time that the bones were probably dying. We've dated them to around about that time. And you can see there it says, again, it mentions this 2nd Legion, which is one, like the Roman army was put into different groups. This is talk about the 2nd Legion was sent to the southwest. So maybe the 1st Legion was sent up there, the 3rd Legion, but the 2nd Legion, part of the Roman army, was sent in that area, which, remember, Vespasian was the commander of the 2nd Legion, and the map shows how much of Britain so the Romans conquered all of this, including the area around Maiden Castle. And then finally we've got L. All of the skeletons found at Maiden Castle all of them were buried with objects to take to the next life, including legs of meat, tankards of ale, pots, weapons, beads, rings, and brooches. So you have to think about, in what manner have they been buried? Who's buried them? Have the people that killed them likely buried them with all of those objects to take to the next life? Or if you've killed, and they might not all have been killed. if you've killed somebody, are you likely to give them things to take away? Are you going to be giving away meat and beer, ale, to your dead enemies? You have to have a little think about that. So looking at all of those clues and the things that I've told you, bonus points for those of you excellent students aiming for the very top, and you all can be excellent students. I've seen it, no matter who you think you are. If you can use some quotes from some of the written sources, but you use clue A, B, C, D. And don't forget there's clue Z. That's just the same clue, but the other way up from what you've seen on the board. It's all there in this for you to have a good think and to fill out your tables. So good luck with that. And if you need any more help, you can always pause and rewind this video, or you can ask me. Thanks very much.